Alright, all. It says I'm live, so I'm assuming I'm live. Y'all should be able to see and hear me pretty good. I tested this before I started the stream. Alright, all. It says I'm live, so I'm assuming I'm live. Y'all should be able to... Sorry about that, guys. That was a preview window kicking in there. I forgot to mute my desktop audio. But welcome. Welcome on in. Pull you up a nice comfortable seat. We're going to be here for a half hour to an hour or so. This is a live stream I do every week. I go over a little bit of technology, or since there ain't nothing been really releasing here lately because of the time of the year it is. I've been going over some stuff that's been on sale and whatnot, which I'm going to cover today. Also, just to give you fair warning, I do drink me a cold Budweiser while I do the live stream. I do... every once in a while, a bad word may slip out, but I try to keep that to a minimum. I am a truck driver by profession, so my mouth ain't the cleanest, but I try to keep that to a minimum and try to find ways around that. Just a little forewarning for you. Like I said, there ain't a whole lot being released in hardware, so last couple episodes I've been doing stuff that I've been finding on sale, or I refer a lot to Tom's Hardware. They're pretty good article about stuff that's on sale and whatnot. So if you like this kind of live show and this kind of information on the internet and these kind of videos, make sure you give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Comment section, which I'll be going through here shortly. We go through all the comments every week on the live show as well, and I answer the questions the best that I can. There's also a subscribe button if you'd like to be notified next time I put out anything or next time I go live. Which I'm trying to fit into my schedule where I can do a live stream more often than what I do, instead of just this one a week. Just trying to fit it into my time schedule. It's a little bit rough from time to time. Alright, so let's get into it. The only article we got today, actually, is from Tom's Hardware. The best after Christmas sales on tech, CPUs, SSDs, and more. This was just put out, well, it says 6 hours, but I think it's more like 7 now. Yeah, about 7 hours ago this was put out. The hottest deals overall, by what Tom's Hardware is saying. The Samsung Evo 860 Evo 1TB SSD was $200. Now it's down to $109 on Amazon. That's pretty good savings. If you're in the market for a graphics card, the next one down is the 27-inch Super, which was $519. Now it's $489. Then they got some laptops listed. Now, come and go, depending on if you like laptops. Me personally, I never use a laptop. Intel 7th Gen Celeron was 62, is now 44 if you need a dual core chip for a home office or something like that, maybe. What else do we got down through here? AMD Ryzen 3600X was 249, it's now down to 204. That's pretty good. They got some memory listed here as well. The links for this will be in the description if you'd like to go down and check out what they're talking about and what all they have up for sale, or what they found bargains on this week. I got some more hard drives here. The Evo 1TB SSD was $199, it's $109. That's the same listing, looks like, with a different drive. One's an M.2 and one's a SATA drive. What else we got here? Ryzen 7 3800X was $399. It's now down to $339. That's pretty good savings. If you're an Intel fanboy, which I know there's still some Intel guys out there. It's the i9 9900K was $600, down to $485 on eBay. Which kind of surprises me, but right underneath that they put the AMD Ryzen 7 3700X was $399 and is now $314, and that's at Walmart. Imagine that. It's kind of strange they put them two right below each other. Then you got the Celeron 7th Gen again. The Ryzen 3600X 249 is now down to 204. Threadripper first gen 1920X was 400, now it's down to 200, and that's 12 core, 24 thread. Keep in mind, if you're going to go that route, though, you're going to be spend a little bit more on them motherboards than what you normally would. But if you're a creator or you do YouTube or whatever, you know, you like streaming, that'd be a good option for you. Ryzen 5 2600 was 200, still down to 119 on Newegg. Here's another Intel i5 9600K, was 279, is now down to 204 on eBay. X470 Pro motherboard from Asus Prime, was 164, is now 131. You know, here's our RX 5700 graphics card, was 329, now down to 299. That's pretty good savings. That's what, $30 savings right there. It's not bad. And they got quite a list to go through. They got monitors listed, laptops and tablets. Like I said, if you're into them. Cases, you know, they got some pretty good cases here listed. It's pretty good savings. You know, like Corsair Carbide Series ATX was 75, is now down to 60. It's pretty good savings. If you're looking to build a computer here this time of the year, which, you know, a lot of you probably have a lot of Christmas money saved up or whatever, you know, so now'd be the time to do it. Then they go into peripherals and the whole 9 yards. Here's a Fractal Design case, $74, now down to $50 at Walmart. Here's a power supply. There's a deal. The Roosevelt Hurricanes 1600 watt power supply. I don't know who's really needing 1600 watts. That's a lot of power to be pumping out, but it was $400. Now it's down to 119. That's good savings right there. Like I say, that power supply, I don't know who needs 1600 watts unless you're running SLI Titans or 2080 Ti's or something like that. Of course, for you RGB fans out there, you know, you got the Corsair 120 5GB LED fan pack kit, 3 of them for $89. It was $130 if you want to pimp out that PC, make it look decent. There's another graphics card cooler. I don't even know what that even is. It was $60 and now $49. Let's check that out. I don't even know what that thing even is. Andy's graphics card cooler. 380mm PMW fan, supports Asus, YoSync, MSI, ASRock, Gigabyte, 5.3 pin addressable header only, PCI mounted bracket with remote. I guess that just blows extra air into your GPU. Guess that'd be alright if you need extra air to your GPU, but if you get a decent case, you shouldn't have needing that. Maybe it's just an add-on, just to add the RGB bling onto it, maybe. I've never seen anything like that. But that's, yeah, everybody to their own on that. You know, they got some all-in-ones on sale as well. Amazon, H100i, RGB, was 160, now down to 129. That's a pretty good deal. H115i Pro, was 160, down to 134 if you want to put an all-in-one liquid cooler on your system. DIY PC Vanguard RGB LED case, was 129, now it's down to $78. That's what, about $50 savings there, or close to it. Pretty good sales still going on even after the holidays. But that link's in the description if you guys like to look through there and see if there's anything that you'd be interested in buying for your upcoming PC build. That's about all I could find today. Like I say, you know, there ain't really nothing new coming out this time of the year. So I guess we'll jump into the Q&A. I got a couple people watching. If you have any questions for me, throw them up there in the comment section or over there in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer them the best that I can. We'll go into the comments that's been left this past week. This one here I done type back to. It was 6 days ago. It was actually last Saturday. He actually wrote this comment, and I went ahead and wrote him back. It says, hey, I'm looking to build my piece. Hold on, let me flip you over here. There we go. Flip you around like your rag doll here. Jonathan. It was on updating the BIOS for the Gigabyte B450 MDS3H motherboard. I'm looking to build a PC with the AMD B450 motherboard running the AMD Ryzen 5 3600 6-core processor, and I was wondering if these two are compatible. On PC Port Picker it says there might be a problem with the BIOS. Yeah, that is a B450 motherboard, and you're looking to put a 3000 series CPU in it. PC Port Picker sees that BIOS may need update on the motherboard to run that processor. As long as you get a motherboard, as long as the, what is it, the ERS motherboard that you're looking at, as long as it's got the sticker on it that says 3000 ready, AMD Ryzen 3000 ready, you should be good to go on that. And pretty well that's what I told him, you know, as long as the box had the sticker on it that says Ryzen 3000 ready. And he comes back and says, Dave's Techway, okay, thanks, man. And we'll thumbs up that one. Then we got, and I'm sorry if I butcher your guys' name on these comments, because I'm not very good with names in real life, let alone these YouTube handles you guys have. Scissor Rizzer. Hey, mate, I have this motherboard and bought the RX 5700 XT to install, but it's not giving me any signal to the monitor, and I haven't updated my BIOS since I bought the motherboard. Any help? I don't have much experience with the 5700 cards. It is a new architecture that they came out with, so that BIOS would most likely give you the edge, or be able to get that to operate if you can get that BIOS updated. Of course, you'd have to have an older graphics card or an APU to be able to get into the BIOS anyways. If it ain't recognizing the graphics card. But yeah, I'd try that, I'd definitely try that BIOS update, because it is a new architecture. Sometimes you have to update your BIOS to be able to detect newer hardware. So that'd be where I'd start out with that. Okay, let's see here. Neil000 5 days ago. That was on last week's Hangout. It says for 1705 you can update straight to F50. Just check the Gigabyte website next time. And great video. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed watching that. I'm glad you watched it all the way through to 1705 actually. But yeah, he could, as long as you're on F32 and you need to update, you can update to any one that you want to. Of course, F50 is the newest one on that BIOS. So yeah, he could update straight to F50. I believe the guy was on F41. Jeff P74, 3 days ago, says, Merry Christmas, sure she will like it. Digging your channel so far. And that was on my Samsung curved monitor, 27-inch CF396 unboxing and overview. Well, thank you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. Happy holidays to you as well, Jeff P74. And she's really enjoying that monitor. You know, she was on a 21.5-inch monitor. I put her up to a 27-inch. Got a little bit of a curve to it. She's really enjoying that monitor. But thanks for watching and thanks for the comment. Vinden Malavicic, I guess is the way you pronounce that. He says, hey, what HDMI to VGA you recommend, a certain type or usual for this motherboard, because I have an old monitor with a VGA support, and the same question for the Gigabyte RX 5700 XT. OC 8 GB. when I buy it later. If you're going to be upgrading to RX 5700 XT, I would recommend updating your monitor if it's only got VGA. Because VGA has some limitations to the frame rates and whatnot that you can actually get. So that would definitely be the bottleneck in the system, mixing with a RX 5700 XT. As far as HDMI to VGA, I haven't never had to do that. So let's take a look see here, see what I would recommend. I'd go to Amazon, put in HDMI to VGA. Get something like this. You know, I'd look at the 3,500 people has bought this. It's $8. You know, 4.5 stores, 4.3 stores out of 5. Something like that would be nice. You know, to me, that's the way I do it. If it's something I've never used, here's a complete cable for $9.73. You know, that's just a cable that plugs into the VGA and goes over to HDMI, which I think that's backwards for what he's needing. Now that should be right. The HDMI on the back of the motherboard to the monitor. You know, I just like I said, I really can't give you a straight answer. What would I recommend? I'd go to Amazon, Newegg, see what's available, what you can afford, look at the ratings, maybe look at some of the reviews. That would be my best bet. That's the way I normally make my purchasing decision anyways. You know, like this one here, it's got 3,531 ratings, and it's 4.3 stores out of 5. It can't be too bad. So I'd look into something like that. Let's see here. What's the reviews on this thing? Yeah. There we go. Doesn't exactly what it's supposed to do. You know, avoid it like the plague. Of course, you're gonna have some bad ones with the good ones. You know, works as expected. Perfect for Chromebooks. Yeah. Have an HDMI monitor on hand to set up computers before using this adapter. Okay. Breaks fast. That sounds like he didn't get very good quality. Potential defect per product. I bought this to hook up a desktop computer with an HDMI out to a VGA monitor. This use is one that is steady to work in a product description. However, it was not working when I received this product. Sounds like a DOA, which it happens from time to time in electronics. Yeah, I purchased for PS3. Read this. He gave it 5 stars. Yeah, I'd say something like this. And it's $8, so, you know, it's fairly affordable. Plus free shipping, so, yeah, I'd say go with one of those. Sounds about right. What else do we got? Let's see here. Anyone know if this should work the same way on the 3400G? I have this motherboard for those settings do not exist. And that's how to dedicate more RAM to the Ryzen integrated graphics on the Gigabyte B450. That was Matthew Stott. Matthew, I'm sorry, bud, but I really couldn't tell you. I don't have the 3400G to test, to do any testing on it to see if it would be the same. I'm assuming it would be. The 3400G is pretty well just a remake of the 2400G. They say the settings do not exist. Maybe update your BIOS, make sure you're on the latest BIOS, which of course you're at least F32 or you wouldn't even be able to run your 3400G. But I really couldn't tell you, bud. I have no idea on that one. Like I said, I don't have the 3400G. I was using the 2400G in that video, I believe. But the 3400G is just a remake of it, so. Let's see here. Galveston, no, Levistobi, Valsa. Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. How to update the BIOS on the Gigabyte B450 DS3H motherboard. He says, Ryzen 1600, the B450. Do I have to update the BIOS? Please, someone help me. No, if you're running the B450 motherboard, any BIOS on that can run the first gen processor, so you won't have to update the BIOS on that. It should be a plug and play. That was one day ago. Yeah, but then first gen should go right into the B450, and it should be just plug and play, just like it would be if it was a second gen. The only time you really need to update the BIOS on your motherboard would be if you're going up to third gen or 3000. Let's see here. Vexnom, 21 hours ago, he says, nice video. That was on the Borderlands 3 walkthrough, port 1 that I started. Well, thank you if you meant it. I don't know. I ain't used to putting up gaming videos. That's a walkthrough for the Borderlands 3 that I started. It's been up for a couple of days. It hasn't been getting a whole lot of response out of it. No one's really said to either continue or not to continue with it. So, but I am enjoying the game. So I'll probably continue to at least do the one walkthrough with this game to see how it goes. But thanks if you did mean it. You know, I try to do my best with the videos. Sometimes I get a little bit rushed with some of them, so some of them don't turn out as good as I'd like to. But that's about all the comments I had for this week. Don't look like anybody said anything in chat. So I guess that's going to pretty well wrap it up for the day. I know it's only been, what, 22 minutes, 23 minutes. I still got a good bit of work to do on next week's video, this Wednesday's video. So, yeah, there's that. If you made this far into the video or watching me live here, I want to thank you and appreciate you. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't like it. There's that comment section, just like I did today. You know, I'll go through them every Saturday. Then I'll go back and type back my answers to these guys as well. And if you really like it, you know, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you're notified next time I put out a video or I'll go live. Like I said, I'm going to try to get into going live a little bit more often, but just try to fit into my time schedule. It's kind of rough. Because I do work a full-time job on top of this, on top of working on a computer, on top of having family I like to spend time with. You know, my time's stretched pretty thin, but it'll be alright. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I like to see more people hang out with me on a Saturday, but I understand a lot of people's, you know, they're off on the weekends and they got their own family to spend time with, which I understand that as well. Ain't no big deal. No problem. I'll be here every Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time unless something major happens or a family member shows up or, you know, even this morning I'm not feeling the best, but, you know, the show must go on, right? And with all that being said, you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video or the next live stream. You guys have a good day.